So, good evening, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. We should have audio and stuff moving. Let me get rid of this. Let me move Mr. Streamlabs up here. Because I gotta track my chat interactions, dude. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for showing up. And let's get cracking.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Previously on Alan Wake.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Episode 2. Taken. New York City, 3 years ago.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
In a minute. Yeah, welcome back to Alan Wake, everybody. This is another, specialty of Sam Lake's writing. Flashbacks. So yeah, we are now 3 years back in time. In New York City, in the Wake's apartment. And there's the worst snowstorm ever going on outside, so... Let's,
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Okay, she has a... okay, that's a very old computer. But a very nice monitor, and she apparently likes the old school. She's still doing the analog... film thing. So, let's go into our office real quick. Another QR code. We should recognize this person. These are the bestsellers, and somewhere around here... Yeah, there we go.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Such a positive outlook on life.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
And this was, of course, not to the other great series that Mr. S. WhatsApp destroys the whole stream, that Mr. Sam Lake wrote, which is, in fact, Max Payne. So, yeah. Which is another one of my favorite games here. Yeah, indeed, old school film. We actually had that this week during my course. They were showing one of these cartridges with old film, and the younglings were like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm getting old." Same with What is a Discman. But oh well, we ain't getting any younger. So let's get the coffee on.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
I'm purposely not gonna go to her because we have some unfinished business in the bedroom. Well, that sounds wrong. It is a really nice apartment. I'd guess probably if it was for rent, I'd think $9 grand a month, I would assume.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the 3rd day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
But yeah, a really nice apartment, and as I said, it must cost a fortune to rent, but they probably own it. Since, I mean, Mr. Wake is a successful rider at this point, so yeah. Looks like they're just moving into or getting a new TV at least. I mean, this is pretty swanky little balcony. That's, yeah. Not too bad, not too bad. So let's see what she wants.
I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
That's what she said in the most literal sense. Giggity. As I walk into the wall like an idiot.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Oops.
Alan!
Yeah,
Alan,
I'm here.
Please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Oh, great.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry.
The light
we'll
probably
just break
doesn't
out the
help.
candles.
But anyway.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
We will see the clicker again later in the story. Not gonna spoil anymore. By the way, how's the audio balance? I have the feeling either the game is very loud or I'm very quiet.
Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Yeah. And he was...
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Of course you caught a bigger fish than that. Of course, every fisherman you talk to always has this
I believe
crazy...
You'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
I'm having my inner monologue. Leave me alone, Grandpa. But yeah, every fisherman always has this story. Oh, I caught this big fish. Yeah, liar, liar, ill-fitting pants on fire. Anyway, let's get out of here. Oh, great.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be
We
sure to
know
take
her
care
and
of
we're
it,
just
Miss
gonna
Weaver.
pretend we don't see her. Oh, is something to read? Missing: Richard Ball, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller. On a camping trip, overdue, haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. This is the other guy that went missing. We probably blew his brains out. This is probably the dog that we heard about. So let's get to the sheriff's office.
Come in,
Good
Mr.
morning,
Wake.
Sheriff.
Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
That was a very dramatic turnaround. Thank you.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night.
That's a
but I
very
couldn't.
difficult
She'd
story,
locked me
ma'am.
up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Well, Verizon is another sponsor, and yeah, that was one of the first Droid phones, I think a Motorola. But yeah, let's ask Miss Weaver for permission to go for
I need some
smoke.
fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay, you can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
Yeah, you're not making yourself look good, pal. But anyway. Oh. Okay, we already read that.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
Oh,
I
great.
thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
They always quit until the next
You can
bottle.
get to the back lot through that door and down the corridor, Mr. Wake.
Yeah, just let me grab some stuff here.
God damn it! More lights!
Shut the fuck up in there.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped.
She shook her head and laughed.
Them shadows in here. Hey! God damn it! I don't want to be alone in here.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really trashed the garage. Over.
It wasn't me.
Roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Okay, let's look after our shardy friend. And sorry, Sona, I meant to respond to you. Thank you for letting me know. Audio is fine. Oh, I'm bad at this. I was too immersed, dude. Way too immersed.
Turn the lights on. The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
All right.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all
Of course
wrong.
they did,
See?
buddy.
Sure. I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen.
Makes a little
listen,
sense.
You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like some...
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
I don't have any other comment to that.
Thing that a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Of course. He seems like a nice person, yeah. Well adjusted, grounded in...
Told him, oh yeah, well, I don't hear
Good night.
where on your feet.
Okay. We were too slow. You...
Why'd you do that
there we go.
for? You're with them, aren't you? You're those space aliens. You think you got me right where you want? Well, you just wait. You just wait.
Well, nana to you too, buddy. Let's smuggle some contraband out of the cell.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
As you can see, slowly the pieces are being put in place. And...
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
First we go over there, grab some coffee.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's No point in getting all worked up yet.
Of course.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in the abandoned car.
Amazing kick. Oh. Kick that shit with authority.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See?
Nothing to it, Wake.
The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
You two narrate your life, but do you do it as deeply and as awesome as Alan Wake? Such a metaphor-laden.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice.
Barry is our agent.
I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
I mean, imagine that you're the agent or manager of a successful rider. The guy disappears for a week, reappears. You reach him on the phone, he says, yeah, I'm at the police station, I can't talk. That's a great opener. That's the best of openers. Okay, let's get out of here. Those were some smashing tunes, and I'm gonna get content ID'd and Susan tubed. I don't have Susan tubed on this overlay, otherwise I would activate it. So there we go. Yeah, that's not ominous at all. Thank you.
Reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Well, guy, you missed a hell of a show.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Thor and Odin were the two rock and roll grandpas.
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey, oh my!
Take it easy.
And that's what I meant about doing something about a smug face.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? we don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
God damn, that doctor is an asshole.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Alan is dying 100 deaths inside.
Who's Max?
Oh.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
I'm sorry, Barry, but she only smiled at you because she wants into these pants, not into yours. Sorry, buddy. But anyway, let's get going. I'm sorry, getting a little sidetracked here.
Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Okay, buddy. If I shoot you, I can make your body disappear as well. The question is, what's worse? One body, 15 bodies in one trash in one dumpster, or one body in 15 dumpsters? But anyway. The skeleton of a Columbian mammoth, Mammuthus columbi. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elwood National Park in 1998 when the Columbian mammoth became the Washington State fossil. Named Bucktooth Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. That's something the US really likes to do this. They have a state fossil, a state flower, a state this, a state that. I wonder what the state fossil of Tennessee is. Maybe the Gigantus wheelchairus? That was an inside joke. I'm sorry. Let's see what the guy is up to out there. Oh wait. First have to grab some coffee. Anything else back here? Nope. Oh, I hear a dog. Wow, look at that view. I just want to stay here.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Aww.
Max is still groggy from the shot.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
I'm already on my way, thank you. Oh, poor dog.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing, Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Yeah, poor dog. Messed up. And, yeah. He's getting on my nerve a little, this Barry character. Yeah, poor doggy. So let's grab the form. Get out of here. But the guy talks 50,000 miles a minute more. So... Here you go, Rusty.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Up there is the radio mask that the manuscript was talking about.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right
As
below
I said.
that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from.
We will see about that later.
Schedule, but with the traps, well, you know, I just don't want any trouble.
Thanks, Rusty.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
That guy is really annoying.
Al, come on. I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
I mean, that's his whole point, being annoying. There we go.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn
The lamp
debate,
did nothing
Barry.
wrong?
I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Bless you. Or Gesundheit, as we say.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Bitch. What a crybaby. That is a swanky cabin, if you ask me. Wow. That's pretty spiffy. Grab some coffee. Look at that view, holy shit. Yeah, I'd love to stay in a place like that too. That is amazing. The fireplace. We have to go outside. Ew, ew. That wasn't part of the deal. All right. Not gonna say anything? Okay. Well, bye. Usually he complains about you turning off the light. Did they take that out? Or is the... maybe it's bugged.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every...
Lock the
step of
door
way,
when I
Al.
leave.
Locking the door now.
Okay. Now we are outside at night. It's like my day job all over again. Nice wannabe Hummer H3.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Well, Barry, you're in for a ride, buddy. So, nothing in here. And let's get cracking.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Because the cops are a bunch of amateurs. Amateur cop design. Oh, this isn't creepy at all or anything, is it now? Yeah. Jesus Christ. The cabin looks very good by now, if I say so myself.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yeah, I'm done here.
Yes, exactly, Bat. But I'm gonna check out the parade, of course. And
revolver ammo, always good.
Too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh yeah, it's my kind of exercise.
I don't want to go outside.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the
Yeah,
outdoors type.
goodbye. It only scared me a little, TBH. Yeah, this is... Is there a guy? No, that's just a pot. Günther Steiner, a secret boss, to feed him with a door. Yeah, just to throw a door in his face. Fuck you, Günther. Oh, man. Elderwood Nature Trail, Moonshine Cave, Lover's Peak. Nice little low poly RV trailer. And nice rundown shack. What happened here? What the hell happened? Was kicked down the door? Yes. Thank you. But he ransacked this place. Oh no, it's Marcel Davis. No, okay.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
The Man in the Mirror?
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like.
Ouch.
No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay?
That guy is really messed up.
Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Well now. That was something. Oh, I hear crows. Caw, caw. Okay.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing
Ew.
crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Here we go. Visitor center. How rude!
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Uh-oh.
Rusty, damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me!
God fucking damn. Now that was loud, yeah. 1 second. That was loud. Let's try this for size. Holy shit!
Help me.
Hello?
Somebody back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me.
Jesus!
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found Game True. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
Aw, poor Max. And poor Rusty. Jesus. That place got screwed.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Oh man. Nice reception area.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Yeah. For how long is the question? Words are difficult. Speak 'em, Beavis. Ah. Batteries, ammo, always welcome. Great.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
I don't even want to look. Oh, fuck.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
I just need hunting licenses.
Oh no. Ah! Melted mid-swing.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Uh-oh.
Please don't feed the animals.
Nah, poor Max. Got killed by his own master.
Is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park.
Hey, Rusty.
License, obey the park ranger's instructions at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never go closer than 100 yards. To bears and wolves, never approach any other wildlife closer than 45 yards. Pets must be leashed at all times. Never leave your pet unattended. It is against the law
Ouch.
to remove apart. This includes even you, mate. Or even simple berries.
Come here, you. Now I know what they meant with nothing but coffee on a thin layer of skin. Stay back! I'm sorry, Rusty. I'm sorry. Where exactly did you come from? Okay. Now off to Lover's Peak we go. Great. Because that's exactly where you want to go. Into the haunted forest. Jesus Christ.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Well, he's slowly waking up to it, it seems. Of course, we're the crazy one. Of course.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Aww. Poor Rusty. Poor Rusty. How convenient. Batteries. For your own safety, stay on designated hiking trails. And remember, kids, only you can prevent forest fires. Okay, Lover's Peak.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
But we have a little marking here. Going into Moonshine Cave. Not locked. That's against the safety regulations. That's not cool. Jeez. Oh, this is this place. Oh. This isn't creepy or anything. Thank you very much. Ooh. Finders keepers. I think that's find 10 or 15 of these stashes. Caves are creepy. Just saying. We switch to the gun, to the handgun. Great, that light blew out. That's... Hey, I'm trying to have a phone conversation here. Shit. Ah! I suck. I fucking suck.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
That's what I get. What I get for trying to be technical. Ah, great. Wow! Yeah, wow! First step. CNN gameplay, almost, yeah. Fucking hell, that was bad. That was gremlin levels of bad. Jesus Christ. Wow, he died. What an idiot. He dead. I'm just gonna hide in that porter cabin. Yes, sir. That's how it's done. Alan Wake, bitch. Do you really want to go over there? I don't think so. Ah, what the hell? The problem is, if you get too far off the road, they reward you by spawning more enemies.
But Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Hal pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind
That's
of
not
fan
too
that
far
Al
from the
hated,
truth.
but she really tried to help. She was smart too. Knew a lot about what was going on in the town. Knew a lot about Al. Even knew who Barry was.
What an egomaniac.
Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
You don't say. You don't say, Alan. Shit. Yeah, we are gonna get surrounded in a minute. This isn't creepy at all or anything. I mean, I know the game and I'm getting a bit creeped out by now. Oh! Fuck you, buddy! Fuck you. Asshole. Was he taking a leak in there? A little old tree break? Is that why the tree is hollow? Imagine wheels coming at it going, how dare you insult my wheelchair? Yeah, that's... Jesus. The Great Old One fell by lightning in 1937. This is actually called Rocky Mountain Douglas Fir. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. It was over 200 years old. According to legends, it stretched beyond the stars. After it fell, it measured to 66 meters tall, a record length. Not bad. I dodged right into it like a fucking buffoon. Jesus Christ, I fucking suck at this game. There's gonna be a CNN light source, just watch. I think it's gonna blow out the minute I reach it. Of course! The light shines! Whew! I need fucking ammo. Was a little trigger happy back there. Jeez. $22. Because you can end up being stuck in the infinite loop where enemies spawn and you don't have ammo. Wake seeks the torch symbol.
Afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Who would that be? Okay. About halfway up the trail, I would say. Yeah, this isn't... I saw you. But there was a guy there. I saw him. Oh. No. Should have saved the second shotgun. Yeah, we're done. We're done. We're done. Fucking hell. There was something there that I didn't see. These are Epic employees. Ah. Jesus. Alan's now a cripple, yeah. Alan is a bit of a wheelchair symbol anyway. See if I can just bomb rush this thing. Yeah, thank you, goodbye. Wheelchair symbol, wheelchair symbol. Full moon with face, full moon with face. I think that's what you're supposed to do here. Moon viewing ceremony. Moon viewing ceremony. Or can you just completely skip this area? I think that's what they're trying to tell me. The tree this ring was cut from started growing in 1846, the year the Oregon Treaty was signed. Other notable events marked on the ring: 1853, Washington Territory was formed. 1878, the founding of Bright Falls Mining Corporation at the town itself. 1889, Washington was granted statehood. 1929, tree damaged by forest fire. 1970, Bright Falls Mining Corporation closes doors after volcanic eruptions below Cauldron Lake. 1980, Mount St. Helens erupts. 1987, tree felled by storm. Oh! You fucking wheelchair symbols. Star of David, wheelchair symbol. Star of David, wheelchair symbol. Deer's gremlin, cucumber, horse, middle finger, wheelchair symbol. Oh god. Yeah, goodbye, buddy. Nightingale's arrival.
Didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the store.
He sounds toxified.
He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Nightingale sounds a bit like an asshole. Not gonna lie. Oh, great. Any of you guys afraid of heights? Because, yeah. Oh, interesting little tidbit about this game. The reason cars and driving is in the game is because the game was supposed to be open world at one point during the development. So, yeah. Imagine how cool that would have been. GT Alan Wake. Shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, luckily Microsoft gave that feedback. Oh shit. The light shines!
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff.
How
the
dare
flares
you.
will keep the bastards away.
Now the flare mechanic is introduced.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice.
That's the
He knew
asshole
my
that
name.
said
We were headed
damn
in the
yuppies.
direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up. You set him up, and I'll knock him down, Wake. What I got for you?
There we go. That keeps him away.
Monster!
Let's shoot him. Wow, you're a bad shot.
Like that, boy?
Stormtroopers have better aim than you. Oh fuck. Stand back!
That's right. Damn it! That's right. You just keep coming.
Oh fuck. Yeah, but then the Finns had no money and went with
Yeah,
Microsoft.
but
Thankfully, they don't have the. Yeah,
I lost
luckily.
my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun.
At
Just keep
least the
that light
game got
steady
made.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake.
So
You
we're
better
up
keep
to
up.
3
You set him
deaths,
up,
4
and I'll
deaths.
knock him down, Wake.
I'm terrible.
Hear that? It's them.
Look at this little sneaky fucker. Staying back so he doesn't get bamboozled. There we go.
Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Wonderful.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun.
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it.
All right.
Just a little longer. Scare them off.
I love that sequence.
Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it.
There we go.
Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Better get ready.
Shove this flare up your ass, yeah? I paid it with your tips, you know? Yeah. Yeah? You're toxified, yeah? Oh, man. Since we missed the other one anyway.
This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Shoot the guy, you asshole! Even stop catching the axes from your head. I try. It's not as easy as it looks. Oh, stay back! I will defend myself. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to chaos. The chaos realm.
That's right. Feel that? I bet it hurts. This is a piece of cake, Wake.
The piece of cake, if you say so. More flares, you guy. You better start working. Oh, nice backflip. Come on, dude, shoot him.
See? Nothing to it.
Nothing to it, we almost died.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
You idiot. Uh-oh. Now you better run.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry. No!
Yeah.
Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
But yeah, again, welcome to the stream, McCarvin. Thank you for stopping by. I was a bit in action just a moment ago, so Alice, fear of the dark.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
Wonderful. Yeah, can't say I'm a fan of that crossing here. Holy shit. Great! And this is what Rusty meant with bear traps. Alan Wax is what he meant with bear traps. There are bear traps everywhere here now. And that hurts when you step in them. Then he's gonna be Alan Wheelchair. Alan Half-Foot. And I stepped in it! God! Bless America!
Rusty warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
I think Taken can get caught by them as well. You really have to be careful because they fuck you up 15 different ways from Sunday. Oh, great.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on. Something that reminded her of her father.
Great, daddy complex.
She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman. That hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
Did not see an announcement on Discord until I went over to your server. I guess better late than not showing up. Yeah, sorry, I just threw it in the other Discord and was like, yeah, here. Because, you know, I always plan my streams so well. I think I made the announcement 12 minutes before I start. But welcome to the stream, Mr. Kick. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Beavis Shits His Pants Simulator. Because that's about what this game is doing to me. I'm a little too immersed in it. So... get over here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for swinging by. No, it's not the most AAA game, or not the most new game, but I love it. Oh, you! God! God! What the fuck was that? Was waiting for another stream of this. Yeah, I was gone all week, so... But yeah, better late than never. Holy, I suck at this. And I'm gone. Jesus Christ. Asshole. Run faster, you New York prick, you. God bless the Lord. Okay. You have fun. Sometimes you're just gonna pick your fights. And not get stuck on a fucking rock. Thank you! Oh, God. It's a fucking shit show. Yeah, it's no rush, Alan, or anything. It's no rush. God. You fucking suck. That was cheese-tastic. No worries, I saw something was going on because Steam told me you made a buttload of achievements. Lord, be waiting for our stream. Yeah. Yeah. As I said, just like, yeah, I'm gonna stream this. He exploded. So it was actually Steam telling you that I was streaming. Hey, this guy is making achievements. Yeah, I think I got the Finders Keepers one and the one for Rusty. Coffee under thin layer of skin. Manuscript. Wake, here's a chainsaw.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
I don't want to continue. Hunting rifle. Let's stock up and keep going. I would have liked some more flares, but as I randomly pick up a flare, that was creepy. And we just got an achievement, paging Mr. Wake. That was way too lucky. I'm stuck. Oh, no. I'm frozen here. Come on. And Bottas is out, okay? Come on, it was going so well. Too bad for you. Is there still the fun race going on? I thought they were finished for the season. I was a bit confused, but of course it's Sunday, so I guess it's Japan. Beavis getting brutalized, yeah, and Beavis being absolute noob. I haven't played this game in so long. Never played it on the PC, so yeah. There was a manuscript page somewhere here. Or no, I saw this thing. So yeah. Let's get cracking. Oh yeah. Inventory management. Always fun. Okay. Make it through the woods. There you go. But yeah, this segment goes on for another hour, but unfortunately I have to end it here because I still have some stuff to do, some preparations to do for tomorrow. So we're gonna pick it up here next time, which is gonna be by the end of the week, so I'm sorry, but I have to end it here. I thank you guys for showing up. And yeah, hopefully I can catch you guys soon, and have a good evening, and thank you, and good night.
Sunshine for everyone, but as far as I can remember, we've been migratory animals living under changing weather. Someday we will foresee obstacles through the blizzard, through the blizzard. Today we will sell our uniform, live together, live together.